This is some more of my church experience of the part series, which is already 2 videos up. Church experience, religious experience had a bad one. But this is from like 1982 when I was 7, all the way up to 2008. We cover that. I'm going to tell a couple little stories and tell the truth about some things, because no, I'm not better than everybody else. I'm just the same. And we're going to play a little bit more of that same thing that's in a lot of my other videos, except we're going to play another variation of this, and I'm going to talk about this thing. A lot of you know that I was an aspie, Asperger's syndrome. I have trouble controlling my moods just like everybody else does. A lot of my days are not smooth. The kids in church, we went on one trip one time. They would not let me have any popcorn nor watch a movie with them. We got there about 11 o'clock at night to the church destination. It was a church trip. It was in Tennessee. On that one, as they wouldn't let me out and excluded me that whole weekend, in the mountains on well water, in the middle of winter, when all 3 of them just so happened to get in the baths at once and soaked up, I went in the closet and turned off the hot water. Didn't take them long to get out, and didn't take them long to say, wow, that was cold. There was a whole lot of noise banging around upstairs, and yelling. I could hear, that's cold. That was before I knew that you weren't supposed to get even, and you were supposed to ask Jesus to forgive them their sin and not get even. A lot of years ago. The kids would say mean things to me, but it doesn't matter now. That was way back in the 80s. The hardest part of my life is controlling my moods. I absolutely can't do it. And I have made a miserable failing grade before God, and I admit it, to be honest with y'all. Life has not been easy. A lot of my words have not glorified God. And I fell short of the glory of God. And I admit I sinned. And I know the church club would not let a lot of that in. They would say, "Oh, that might taint our pride." Many of my days have been hell. The testing has been very difficult. At church, I have not been able to talk about subjects that I needed to talk about. That made my life hell many days. Jeremiah 1 verse 5. God knew us before I was born and knew everyone before they were born. Jeremiah 1 verse 5. I'll be honest with you, many days I've had troubles and trials, and I've cursed the day I was born, and I'll be honest about it. Not proud about it that I failed the glory of God, but I bet I cursed the day that I was born and wish I had died in my mother's womb. Me having all these dreams and visions does not make me any better than anybody else. I'm the same. I have sinned. I have sinned terribly. I do not deserve to go to heaven. Sadly, I deserve to be in the fires of hell that I saw. I have failed in my tongue. My words have been very fiery. I have failed in unbelief. I have sinned and I have doubted. Life was not easy. I admit I had the same struggles in faith as everybody else. And I did sin because I did doubt. I admit it. I'd rather people have truth than something that just looks good. No, I can't do it. I know in life I am miserable because the Bible says I am. I have not gotten it all right. Being on the autism spectrum has not helped. That has severely impaired my social skills. And most would look at me and think life was easy. They were wrong about that. 'cause my words did sinner. And I admit in my own heart, I don't have the strength to forgive myself, and I tell the truth about it. I wish I did, but I don't. Having impaired social skills has wreaked hell on my life and tremendous church troubles in diverse places. And I really do. I wish I could have done better. And I admit a lot of days I truly had this thought, and I'll be honest about it. Life didn't make any sense, and it felt like a lot of days that God put us here, to show us hell. And I admit that I sinned and I failed in that thought. That's something I struggle with. There's also this other thing. It seems like everything that just comes will just kind of like skip over my area or leave me out or something like that. Especially when it came to healing and things like that. Everybody else would get it and it would skip over my area. And then it would make me question it myself. Am I being punished for fourth generation sin? I struggle with that. My emotions were not the best most days. I ate many hurtful words coming from the outside. Just like I had bad dreams last night. And that would have been the 24th of June, 2017. A lot of times things will look good on the outside, but on the inside, we're hubbing hell. I admit there's a lot of stuff I don't understand. But I thought you might find this interesting. Jeremiah 1 verse 5. About being known before we were born. The song by Stain called It's Been a While, that's what it's about. It's been a while since I could hold my head up high. Been a while since I can look at myself straight. That's what it's talking about. The things that you don't remember in heaven before you were born. Most would not believe me, and most would think I was crazy and out of my tree. I dreamed that and it just came to me. Sin stained our garments And this life is the while it's referring to. It's been a while. Heaven is high. Hold our head up high. It's been a while. Yeah, the Father in heaven stretched myself beyond my means. Had a sin debt bigger than we could pay, and I know I got one. It's been a while. But the church, the religious church will tell you something like this. They would say, oh, there's bad words in the lyrics there. That's religion for you. Everything's got to be in truth and got to be judged to the Bible. In a nice way, that just means messed up under the crown of the king, and then the first word is in there. It's been a while. There's another song called Don't Look Back. That's just a mystery of the rapture that it'll be. Look up in the Northeast United States, you'll find that name. Spiritually, that came to me. As far as judging the pastors, I can't judge them. I'm not their judge. The only thing I can judge is, does what come out of their mouth match up to what the Bible says? I am supposed to judge the word only, not the person. And I had a lot of trouble in the church club. I did not fit the club. And the reason I had so much trouble is America's Mystery Babylon. That's why I had so much trouble in church. Church was not easy. Yeah, I would just sit through many services all my life. And because I was an aspie, or had Asperger's syndrome, I couldn't understand relationships. And on the inside, I sat in the back of the churches and I wept my heart out, though I did not shed a tear on my face. It broke my heart. I genuinely felt that God had cursed me with Asperger's syndrome. And I know that I probably sinned in my heart, and I admit that I probably sinned. But marriage, I could not understand it. The bond of love, I could not understand it. And that does not fit the religious club. I feel horrible about it, and I admit that I feel that I have failed. I feel that I could not glorify God. The way He wanted to be glorified. I had a lot of struggles in life. And to this day, it's not drugs or alcohol or the common things most of them struggle with. I feel horrible about the social thing because of this illness I can't understand. The bond of marriage and the relationship thing. And I feel that I failed Jesus Christ with all my heart because of this illness. And I would repent of this illness if I could. I feel horrible. I can't control my moods from going up and down. I feel horrible about my fiery words. I feel horrible that emotionally I'm such a wreck sometimes. And this failing, I wish that He would heal me, but every time I confess it feels like this. Like it just goes and splits and misses and skips my area. It'll go, everybody else will get healed, and I'll be the one that's left out. It'll split and miss and go around my area every time. And I confess it's gotten me so mad a couple of times that I did sin and admit I sinned, and I cursed the situation and admit I did. And then I'm not proud of my actions after the fact that I acted such a fool and felt like I was in folly. I just wasn't proud about my failure, my internal failure with autism and Asperger's syndrome, to fail the whole crux of the Bible, which is relationships, love, marriage, Jesus Christ. And you know, I might go to hell, because I know hell is a real place. And you know, God's the one I respect the most. I'm more scared of, what He could do for my sins than what man could do to me. Because I feel that I have sinned terribly, and I'm convicted in my heart that I deserve eternal hell. And my heart is convicted there is no goodness in me. And my works did fail. And I know I failed, and I'm not proud of failing. felt horrible. I couldn't be healed because I was struggling with unbelief because of this illness. And many in church had said, "Oh, Chad, that's just in your mind. Oh, that's just a thing. That's just imaginary." And I would miss out every time. It's always been that way for years. And I admit the depression would set in when I would go home, when the other people would get healed, and I would miss out every time because of this, what I call a stupid illness, being nice about it. Because I couldn't understand like everybody else did. And I felt like a failure and battled severe depression for years over it. It would rain like a half a mile down the road, and I wouldn't get a drop, be bone dry. My church experience a lot of years was bone dry. And I know my dreams about hell, it was a bone dry place. No water there, no sustenance there, no food there. Just a bad place, and I know it was real. Because it'll change your life when you've experienced hell. And I feel that I've experienced hell in this life. And in those two dreams, I experienced real hell. And I'm saying thirsting to death is not fun, and being hungry and never getting fed is not fun. That was going on in hell in this dream. And very hard. Very hard to take in my heart, but I'll tell the truth. Because I have no righteousness in me and have not done any good works according to the Bible that are good enough for me to get into heaven of myself. And knowing in pride I have sinned. Myself, I have sinned and can't do things myself, and have sinned in my own pride thinking I could. I'm just admitting my failings. I don't deserve the grace of God. I deserve His wrath, being honest about it. Anything I have today, I don't deserve it. But I feel twice as bad that love, I fail, being an aspie with Asperger's syndrome and my social ability being so severely impaired. Feel horrible about my shortcoming, and I admit it. I wish I could, because I felt that I could have served God better if I hadn't had this, hadn't I fought a lot of other struggles. Which held me down. held me down. And back in the 80s, the same as the last video, that's 9 minutes 45 seconds. Even a fresh lecture every week back then still did not help me as much. I was always the one that was left out. Always would split and miss, and still to this day does that proverb continue in this land. 2017. Does that proverb continue? That it split and miss and leave me out every time? And a lot of times, I admit my failure because it's been like that so long. Sometimes in the spiritual realm, I'll get trashed. And it even feels like refreshments sometimes to get negative things. Sometimes the split and miss out thing has been so bad for me for so many years. Everything's going just around the area. I mean, they could have a church of 100 people. 99 would get healed and I'd be left out. It's gotten my hopes up too many times, and I have complained and I have sinned when I did that, and I know I sinned, but yet I couldn't control it, and I was such a fool, and in my own folly I sinned. And I'll be honest with you about my weakness there. That weakness was hard to deal with. I'd rather be honest with somebody and tell the truth than I have something look